Hi, everyone, and welcome to this session of Tallo's Bite-Sized Business. We are so excited to have everyone here, and if this is your first time joining these monthly webinars, thank you for coming. We're really excited about the topic that we're going to be exploring today. And if you are returning and you've come on some of our webinars in previous months, we're so excited to have you back. I'm going to be joined today by our account management team. So we'll have both Jared and Anissa from our team come out and be able to join us today. My name's Hannah Bullard. I head up our partnerships team here at Tallo. And today we're going to talk all about Tallo. So if you've been a part of our Bite-Sized Business webinar before, we change the topics every month to be something relevant, whether it be an industry trend, something that Tallo has going on. We love to hear your feedback on what you think will be most relevant, where we can engage the conversation, and we also love to have guest speakers. So with that, I'd like to have Anissa and Jared join me. Hi, Jared. Hi, Anissa. Happy Thursday.
Hi, Hannah.
Happy Thursday.
Woo! We're almost at the end of the week. I'm really excited to have both of you join me today and just talk strategy and what's really working with our clients. I know, when we prepped for this, we talked about what are some really unique opportunities and aspects about Tallo and how can we help best serve some of our clients. So looking forward to diving in that with you. And if there's any questions, please feel free to write those into the Q&A. But before we do get started, if you both want to share a little bit about you, maybe how long you've been at Tallo and what kind of clients you currently support.
Yeah, sure. I'll start. My name starts with A, so I'll start first. That's what I'm usually called on for. My name is Anissa Hicks, and I am the account manager with Tallo. And I have been with Tallo for about a little over 2 years, and I manage a lot of the collegiate accounts. I have moved over into the workforce and corporate accounts, and just building those partnerships, relationships. And I'm looking forward to today's webinar.
Awesome, Anissa. It's been a pleasure speaking with you and having the opportunity to work together so closely for these last 2 years.
Yeah.
I always like, if you have the letter A for a name, it's always fun until that one time where they go backwards and they start with Z and you really want to go somewhere. I know it happened to me for like lunches. Like, I do not want to be the last person in line for chicken nugget day. So I'm Jared Morgan. I'm an account manager here for 2 years now. I work with our enterprise and workforce development accounts.
Awesome. Thanks, Jared. Can't believe you both have been here 2 years already. Time really does fly. Well, let's go ahead and jump right in. So what the team has decided to do is we picked, I think, 4 or 5 topics within Tallo that we want to have a conversation on and share some of our best use cases as far as our clients go. So what we're going to start out with is on the platform, when you are a partner with Tallo, you get a profile. And what we refer to that as your digital billboard. So this is where you have the opportunity to share upcoming opportunities, videos, picture, culture. It's a place where our users are able to go to learn more. And the reason that this is so relevant and so exciting is that a lot of times when you reach out to our users, it may be the first time that they hear of you. And the research has shown, just like you see on LinkedIn, they need a place to go to learn more to see if this is of interest. So all of our partners, again, they have that profile, that digital billboard, and it's really crucial in that building of brand awareness with our talent. So what would you guys say are some best practices as far as using the digital billboard or using the profile within the platform?
So I think there's a huge benefit to creating a robust profile on the Tallo platform. You want to add videos and captivating content that's strong and not only outlines your mission and vision, it's way more than that, right? So including videos and graphics that may highlight the culture of your organization and the programs and opportunity that you have to offer. I think it's cliche, but there's no need to reinvent the wheel. I think if you have the content on your current website or other social media channels that really draw engagement, use that. Like plug and play. Don't reinvent the wheel. So you can take it from content that's already created for recruitment that you've seen that's has that early brand strategy outreach.
Yeah, I was going to say that too, because a lot of times partners come to us and they say, okay, so now we've got to create all these marketing assets and we've got to create these videos and images and it's got to be aligned with what we're doing on Tallo. And a lot of the times, one of the first steps that our account managers take is, well, what do you already have? What can we repurpose that you've already spent money on or you've already seen success when you're reaching out to early talent? And how can we incorporate that and build that into your profile so that it's getting more views, so that it's getting more impressions and it's getting in front of that audience in a more holistic type of view.
Absolutely.
Jared, anything that you'd add there with some of those workforce partners that you handle?
Just like Anissa was saying, having the videos on the webpage is huge because without that, you see a lot of students just jump on, scroll through, and then log off. But if they have a video, the data shows like they're going to stay on the profile more often. And what I see from a lot of my clients is that they'll add all their upcoming events and opportunities to their profile itself. So I notice that's a great way to get the users engaged and keep coming back to the profile. So when they create their profile, they can add links, whether it's an opportunity, an upcoming event, their social media links on there. And then what they do later on, they'll add campaign and nudges with this to bring students back to their profile. I know we'll talk about campaigns and nudges a little bit later, but another thing I see on the profile too is on the top of the Tallo 2.0, there's a follow button. So when the students jump on your profile, if they see an interest in you, they're going to click that follow button. And it's an excellent way for building your early talent pipeline. But it's also great too to keep them updated with everything going on and bringing them back to your profile. So you can view who's following you and they can view who's following them as well.
Yeah, so when we looked at making the profile more engaging for our partners, something that we know holds true is that early talent and emerging talent, they love social media, right? So, and the social media, you have the ability to follow, those can follow you back, and you're starting to cultivate that ecosystem of interest. And so the way that we set up the profile is not just so that talent is going to take a look and then never maybe see it again, but they have that opportunity to follow. And even better is you have that opportunity to follow them back. So you're sharing that interest back and that gets early talent excited. So I love that as an approach to be able to support opportunities. And then as Jared had mentioned, we're going to talk a little bit about all different ways to bring talent to that profile. So it's of course the organicness, right? Like you're reaching out to talent, they're going to take a look there. The data shows that's the first place they're going to look. But we also help our clients, let's really use this profile. If we're taking the time to build it up robust, like let's direct talent there. And we've got a couple different techniques to be able to do that. Anything else we'd give as far as the importance of a profile and really building that out on Tallo?
I think it's important to keep updating your profile too. Make sure that information is current and accessible to what you're putting on the profile. So keep it updated.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's something that your team does a really good job of as we meet with our team and as we cultivate those relationships. You have upcoming opportunities that are changing, upcoming events that are changing. We want to make sure that mission statement still aligns with the company's objectives. And so just making sure that what we're presenting to our users is also accurate in what's going on within the company.
Absolutely.
So switching gears a little bit, what we're going to speak about next is our search filter. So Clients love this. Those who are in talent acquisition that might be joining this call really love this feature, because what search does is it allows you to target specific audiences and kind of pre-qualify that talent before outreaching, right? So the idea of why we built it like this is when you post a job on a job posting, you might just be waiting for that right candidate to come, but we really want to put the recruiters we work with, whether that be at the college or university level or employers or within the workforce space, in the driver's seat to be able to target specific audiences and reach out about relevant opportunities. Not only is it helping our partners, but it's also best for our users. We want to make sure that we're getting relevant opportunities in front of our users based off of what they're sharing on their profiles, which is their digital resume, similar to the talent's profile or talent seeker or partner's profile. So as far as search goes, I think we've got over 15 filters. It ranges from locations to career interests to demographic breakdowns, all different ways based off of your goals that this team can come in and help you with those filters and making sure we're reaching out to the correct audience. So tips and tricks there, Anissa and Jared, where would you want to start?
So I'll just actually use it as an example. Micro targeting is huge. One of the best examples that I like to share is one of my current clients in the healthcare industry is utilized Tallo to offer a scholarship that was specifically awarded to students in a certain zip code. And of course, they can micro target around the healthcare career interest and also within a certain age range. But because they were able to use the platform to narrow down that group, not only were they able to award this scholarship to someone who may not have been easily identified within that small area of search, but they were also able to draw the engagement to those students back to their additional opportunities that they offer. So I thought that was really great way of them utilizing the platform.
Absolutely. Being able to target to a zip code is so specific. And we see that all the time across industry, that they're really looking in certain locations because maybe it's an in-person type of opportunity. Maybe they're just targeting a specific region within the US. And to have those filters definitely plays an important role in cutting out the noise and using their time best when they're outreaching to talent. Jared, anything you'd add there?
You can spend multiple hours just going around the different searches and talent pool. So when Anissa was talking, it made me think of some of the new features on there. So I know we have the great like location, demographics, what they're interested in, but something new is you can search based on active duty military or veterans. That's been a pretty big hit in this recent launch. But I noticed like one of the first times I jumped on Talent Pool, I like 2 hours passed by and I'm still going through all these different searches. I'm like, all right, we got to get back to work here. So one of my favorite features is tagging users. So some of my clients, they have more than 10 managers on their profile. So it's difficult to see who's contacted who showed interest in a certain opportunity. So everybody uses tags a little bit differently, but one of the best things is just keeping connected about who they messaged, who's interested in a certain opportunity, or even just the profile itself. If a user does show interest, the best way, and what I always tell clients to do, is tag them. Let them know that this student's interested. So any kind of upcoming opportunity you have, that's like your first go-to of the pipeline. Like, hey, we have this upcoming scholarship, saw you're interested in following our profile. Check this out and apply for it now. So such a cool feature, so easy to find. And there's so many different ways that our clients can use it.
Yep. So tagging is a way that it's built off of our search filter where our partners have the ability to create subgroups that essentially they want to either track over time and also engage over time. So Tallo is built off of the only requirement for our talent is they have to be 13 years of age or older. So when we work with employers who have internships or apprenticeships or entry-level job opportunities, there's an importance in cultivating a relationship and a pipeline early on, but they might not be ready for that opportunity just yet. So having the ability to create these subgroups and these tags is a great way of continuously outreaching and not having to continuously put that search filter in or looking for that talent on the profile, but just bringing up that tag, having that group, and being able to either maybe look at their profile and see where they're going in their educational or career pathway, or being able to just outreach and say, hey, we're still super interested. How's school going? Or something along those lines, which I think is awesome. Are either of you able to speak a little bit on saved searches? Because I think that's also a feature that our partners really enjoy.
Yeah, I could jump in. One of our clients the other day, they were looking for how many users were in a certain area code, and also certain county. So instead of going in and typing in all the zip codes um, multiple times, you can just create that saved search. So let's say like you have Charleston County, South Carolina, there's 25 different zip codes in Charleston County. Well, the first, you can put that all in, find them on Zillow, whatnot. After you type that in, you can just save that search. So when I want to come back and see those users, maybe a month later, 2 months later, 2 years later, the search is already there. I just go back in and click, and then it shows me all of the new users that just signed on. So another new feature with 2.0 is if a new user just signed up in the last 30 days, they're going to have a little new button next to their name. So if they jump back on that saved search, maybe once every 2 months, they can stay active and keep those users updated with any of their upcoming opportunities.
Yeah, and along those lines, and a really good point, Jared, is that sometimes we work with larger recruitment teams, and they are responsible for specific regions or states within the country. And so when they come onto their platform, they just come to their saved search. So whether it be the state of South Carolina and then all of our users, and then you see the new users that are on there, they're able to quickly see from that saved search instead of having to keep going in. And so that helps with when we work with larger recruitment teams. Anything else as far as the search filter goes, or did we touch on it all?
I'll just give another great example where I have a workforce client that offers technical boot camps where they promote a variety of IT camps. And because they were able to micro target amongst that vast selection within IT fields on the Tallo platform, they were able to promote their boot camps to students who would not have, known that IT offers more than just college degrees, but certifications that would help them get better jobs. So I think it's really, I think that's really key when, our talent seekers are utilizing the platform.
Yeah, really good point. I think with career interest, it gets very micro targeted. So on the user side, they're able to say something just like health science or very broad, but from that they're able to really tell us what they're interested in. And we encourage our users and our students to be specific or to see what they want to be interested in, because then it allows our partners to really target specific audiences. And we've seen it a lot with IT and boot camps. They have very specific audiences that they're looking at, and we're able to help partner with them because they can search and be able to see those specific talent that they're trying to engage with. Awesome. So moving on, let's talk about campaigns because it's very closely aligned with our search filter. So something we didn't really speak about our search filter is after you come up with that perfect search or perfect tag, as Jared was speaking about, you have the ability to directly what we call nudge talent on our platform. And what you can do with that nudge is you can send them into a direction of a call to action. So maybe you want to show them an opportunity that you've built into Tallo, or maybe you want to direct them to your profile to be able to take a look and learn more about your company or your industry. Or maybe you want to do a call to action to a specific website. You have the ability to nudge as many talent as you'd like. But the requirement is 25 at a time. So what we do offer is what we call Tallo Assist campaigns, where we do a marketing blast on your behalf and we can reach a larger targeted audience. So our account management team heavily uses this as a way to be able to help support goals of our clients. And it's a great way. You're still using those search filters and you're still micro-targeting, but Tallo's doing the work, and then we're giving you those results based off of that call to action. We love assist campaigns over here. We see them benefit all different types of partners that we do have. So Anissa, any initial thoughts you'd like to share as far as best practices go?
Yeah, absolutely. First, I want to say we have a great Tallo Assist team.
Yes.
that works on this, but I would say best practice for outreach and engagement is maybe kicking them off with a general awareness campaign that highlights the organization and draws them back to the visibility of that robust profile that we talked about earlier, and creating that and drawing them back to also the opportunities that you have. So when you're new to Tallo, let's start out with a general awareness campaign, and then that opens the door to be able to engage with those that could possibly follow you back through the platform, and then get you noticed more on the platform and engage with them.
I love that. So a lot of times when our partners come to us, they've got these awesome opportunities that they want to share, and we want to get them in front of our talent as well. But what we've seen be really successful is the talent has to understand that you are on the platform first, who you are and what you're all about. And so a lot of times our account management team recommends a general awareness. Hey, we're on here. We're really excited. We've got all these emerging talent type of opportunities. And we've seen that because it's a lower commitment from our users, it allows them to say, hey, I am really interested. Hey, I'm going to follow your profile. Hey, I'm going to engage with you. And so I love that as a best practice. Let's not jump directly into the opportunity, but let's just share who you are as a company and that you're on this platform. Jared, anything else you'd add as far as campaigns go?
Definitely having the ability to send those campaigns to a large audience of the micro-targeted users. It's been a huge plus for all my clients. It's definitely my favorite feature and something I do wish that I had when I was in high school and college. The students really don't have to do anything at all. They just put what they're interested in, and those opportunities that are perfect for them go right to their email inbox. So easy for the client to set up, easy for the student to set up their profile, and then easy for the clients to send exactly who they're looking for to a large audience. So I know if a user's in a certain area, the same interest, the student's automatically going to get that. So something I've seen one of my clients use year after year is they use it to promote their yearly upcoming event. So there's an application that's on Tallo. They'll set up the campaign to promote out to their users. And those users that are being micro-targeted are high school seniors who are interested in a STEM career. So that's going on in multiple states. So if they're going to start creating nudges and sending out those messages that way, it's long and tedious, whereas they can just set up a campaign and say, I'm looking for any high school senior across the state of South Carolina that is interested in going and pursuing a STEM career. So that's set up. The information is then sent out to their email. And then after they can sign up on Tallo via the application. So huge plus for the clients, huge plus for the students as well.
That's a really good point. It helps both sides of our partnership. It gets the right opportunities in front of the right audience, and it also is a way lower lift. So what we've seen is even with these large employers we work with, sometimes their emerging talent or early talent departments are smaller. And so when we build out the strategy, we always incorporate these campaigns because it's not additional work on the small team, but it puts the work back onto Tallo and does quick wins. It's also really good. And something that we always tell our partners is you need continuous engagement. You can't just expect that you outreach one time and all this greatness is going to come. And campaigns are an easy way to say, hey, we're going to do quarterly campaigns, or we're going to do monthly campaigns. And we're going to make sure that this outreach is consistent, because the more that you're in front of the talent, the more that they're going to be thinking about you and they're going to want to engage with your opportunities. So we love campaigns around here. All right, next one is digital badges, another feature that we do love here at Tallo. So digital badges is unique to Tallo in the sense that it's a way for our talent to display their accomplishments, but for our partners to be able to track return on investment, whether that be of events or opportunities. It's really unique in the sense that it can be used for a lot of different initiatives and a lot of different opportunities. You create them on Tallo, you set the criteria as a partner, and you can accept and reject the digital badge based off of who is going for it. There's a wide array of people who use this on Tallo. You could just use it for general brand awareness, or you could use it for a specific competition, part of a specific organization, and then the talent puts it on their profile. I think that's what we see partners love the most about it, the flexibility, and that you uniquely customize the digital badges that you want. All right, Jared, if you don't mind starting out, just sharing a little bit about your experience with partners and digital badging.
So everyone loves when they receive some type of recognition. I always think of the digital badges as an accomplishment that you've done. So I always think of going back to like middle school baseball, where you just won a tournament or came in second, third place. They give you the medal, they give you that trophy, and then you take that trophy home and you put it on your table, and it sits there for the next 20 years. So whereas here, they can track all of their badges all in one place. And I've definitely seen users stay more engaged with the company when they receive a badge from them. It instantly gets put on top of their profile. So I know I gave myself a badge from one of my clients. So every time I log into my student profile, I jump on there and I see that badge in the right corner. I'm like, oh, what's going on with this client's profile? Let's see what their updates are. I'm like, that's pretty cool. So instantly I'm thinking of that company just based on a badge that they created. So there's so many different ways I've seen clients use this. One of the biggest examples is that event I was talking about. So after their event, everybody who participated and was awarded at the event, they then badge them. So then they can track all of their students throughout the years, and those students also think of the company when they jump on their profile. So they've been doing this for about 6 years, and those students 6 years ago still have those badges, and they can come back on and they can track those students and see where they're at in the future. Everyone loves data. Every company loves data. They're trying to track their students, users, talent, wherever they're going in the future. Are they connected with us? Maybe they're working for us now. So the main goal, of course, is get the students excited about your company, show them what your company has to offer, what kind of jobs you have, what kind of scholarships you have. And then we know that 70% of students, if they connect with somebody in high school, they're more than likely going to stick with that company and try to find a job there later on in life. So definitely a huge plus.
I
For the
love that point about I love that point about every time they log on to their Tallo profile, they're literally seeing those digital badges that they got from, the employers we partner with, or colleges and universities, all organizations, workforce initiatives, and it's always going to be top of mind. And a struggle that, emerging talent acquisition teams have is, how do we stay relevant for so long? And this is a way that on their profile, they're consistently seeing, hey, I got this from this company because I went to this really cool event they put on, or I participated in this competition, or I did their apprenticeship program. So just a really unique way that Tallo allows you as an employer to be in front of this talent. Anissa, any other tips?
Well, I was just going to say, yeah, being able to see that badge across their profile, it engages them to want further advancement. So if I know that I've gained a badge from an organization, there may be other opportunities for me to gain advancement, and seeing as many badges as possible on my profile just, keeps me enthused and want to engage even more. So I love the badging system.
And on that, Jared, didn't you say that you had one partner who has like a 4-series type of like program? And so for every step in the program, they do a badge. And so it's like getting that complete set of badges is also like the cherry on top of getting the awards of the digital badges.
Yeah, that's one of the most unique ways, because when I first thought of badges, I always think of they were honored at some kind of event or a part of an organization, whereas they do it as if they're like going into the program and earning the next levels. And they use different belts, like jujitsu. They do like a black belt to a yellow belt or whatnot. I don't know anything about jujitsu, but they do the different belts of their training stages. So then once they get to that last stage, and the highest stage is like their gold badge, which is pretty awesome to see on some profiles.
Yeah, so that just like rounds it all out, that it is very customizable and unique, and something that our account management team does really well is understanding what are your goals in this partnership and how can we make sure within the platform we're utilizing everything. So we're utilizing the profile we spoke about, the search feature, tagging, and then digital badging. And so we've only gotten, and campaigns, we only have gotten through a few today, but we're right at that 2:30 mark. So thank you so much, Jared and Anissa. It's always a pleasure. And if anyone who's attending today has any questions for our account management team or has any interest in learning more about Tallo, please go to partnerships@tallo.com. You can shoot us an email and we're happy to respond and set up some time. But thanks so much for joining Bite Size Business. We had a blast, and we hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. Thank you.